Hey everybody, it's your favorite Revzilla host, Joe Zito. So I recently completed the Mid-Atlantic Backcountry Discovery Route, which is a 1,080-mile dual sport adventure bike route from the Tennessee-Virginia border all the way up through the Appalachian Mountains to the New York-Pennsylvania border. And it offers some of the best scenery that I've ever seen from the seat of my bike. I put a list together here with things that I think you need to bring on the trip to make the most of it. First item on the list is an adventure or dual sport type helmet. The route that you'll be riding is a lot of logging roads that are going to be pretty dusty unless it's been raining a lot. So eye protection is going to be number one. So if you wear a dirt style helmet, you could put some nice motocross goggles on, and that'll really keep the dust out of your eyes. If you wear an ADV style helmet, just keep the face shield closed. I will say that in some of the slower sections, you're gonna get a little bit hot like that. So whichever helmet you decide to bring, just plan on cleaning your eye protection pretty much every time you stop. So next on the list is some waterproof riding gear or rain gear. I've encountered minimal rain days on the past 2 times I've done the MABDR, but you just want to be prepared for those days just because you don't really want to have to sit in camp and wait for the rain to pass through. You want to just be able to keep boogieing up the route. Just be prepared for bad weather, some water crossings, things like that. Your whole trip will be really a lot more comfortable. So next on the list is proper tires for your bike. I do recommend running a 50-50 type dual sport or adventure bike tire. The first time I did the MABDR last year, I ran Continental TKC 80s, which was perfect. They were very good on-road and off-road in all conditions. This past year, I used a little bit more of a street bias tire. In the sections that were pretty muddy, I dumped the bike a couple times. Rather than get better mileage on the pavement, I would just say, just bite the bullet, get yourself a nice set of 50-50 tires, and then the whole trip off-road will be much easier. So next up on the list is a toolkit that includes the ability to change a flat tire. I've done the route twice now, and both times we encountered flats. We had enough tools and equipment to do it on the side of the trail, so it was no big deal. On a majority of the route, you're going to be on top of a mountain in the middle of the forest, so cell signal is sketchy at best. So don't depend on calling AAA or AMA roadside service. You're going to need to take care of a flat on your own. Unless you have someone who's really experienced with you in your group, I do recommend just practicing taking your wheel and tire off at home before you head out on the big trip. So the last item I recommend bringing is a GPS unit, or at least a smartphone that has a GPS app installed on it, where you could run the GPX files that you could download from ridebdr.com. While the paper map is super detailed and you could probably get away with using that in a tank bag, it's just much easier to be able to follow a screen that's traveling the way you're traveling, so you could make the rights and lefts as needed. I personally think that traveling this route with a friend is really beneficial, not only for help in case you need to pick up your bike or need someone to run and get gas or parts. It just makes the trip a lot more enjoyable. I personally did this trip last year with my friend Peter, who works here at Revzilla, and also this year with him, plus my little brother. We really had a blast at camp. It just makes the experience that much better to bring a friend or two. So the folks at Backcountry Discovery Routes state that the Mid-Atlantic route is the easiest of the 10 that they've developed so far. If you've been thinking about doing a big adventure ride or dual sport ride, this is going to be the one to start out with. It's a lot of logging roads, really nothing too gnarly and technical like there might be out in the Rockies. So put in your request for your vacation time before winter arrives again. This is really an awesome route. It doesn't cost very much. It's pretty easy on your bike, and you'll make some great memories with your riding buddies. That's it for me. I'm Joe Zito, and I'll catch you on the trail.